Great, here you are. So you were born as a King Cobra. Congratulations. You may ask where my hood is. Like all King Cobras, don't worry, you'll see it again. Cobras don't really use it in their normal state. You hatched from an egg that was lying in a cozy warm pile of leaves, carefully folded by your mother. Yes, your mother was very caring. So much so that when you started hatching, she immediately crawled away, wagging her tail as if to say, "You'll figure it out yourself. But we'll talk about your mother later." A great start, right? Welcome to a world where no one babysits, and everyone is on their own. From the first seconds in this world, you understand that danger is everywhere, not only here on Earth but also from above. And even in your own nest, because you aren't the only one who got poisoned from birth. It is important for you not to die in the first days of life, and you begin to look for a safer place for yourself. You are not yet able to confidently stand on your tail, and you have to crawl to a safe place like a worm. Well, here it is not so bad, and you can celebrate a small victory. You did not die in the first 2 minutes of your life. Be proud of yourself. But you cannot relax. You are still easy prey for all predators that are larger than you. You begin your life being very tiny, no more than 1 foot. The first thing you realize is that you have a terribly strong desire to hiss, although in the first days your hiss is more like a pathetic sound of a punctured inflatable boat than a threatening growl. It is not a problem after all, you have only just begun your journey. This hissing voice that you are just beginning to master will become your weapon. You are already a small thunderstorm of the jungle. Well, almost. For now you are a threat only to a beetle that accidentally wanders into your territory. At first you feed on insects, you have no choice, you are still small. Hakuna Matata. But you are lucky to be born a King Cobra. You are armed from birth. You have small but sharp fangs and poison, although not yet deadly powerful but very unpleasant. The first week of life is an endless marathon for survival. Small predators, birds, and even larger snakes are ready to eat you without thinking. But you are a good boy. You have learned to hide in the grass, merging with it, like a master of disguise. Sometimes your hiss scares off small predators, but more often you just run away. And this is normal. It is not a royal business to fight with everyone, especially at such a young age. Time has passed. Now you have grown up, you can stand on your tail and are able to go on your first serious hunt. And here in front of you is your first serious prey. A mouse? Wait, do you really not care and you want to eat this cute creature? I understand you, okay? And now it's time for the hood. I know you were waiting for this. You inflate your hood, you are no longer afraid. Only this mouse should be afraid. Cobras use their hood only when hunting or fighting, to seem bigger and stronger. You act aggressively. With a sharp movement you bite her and she dies. Victory, your first serious hunt. Now your victims are mice, frogs, and sometimes even other snakes. Yes, you are a cannibal, but do not judge yourself harshly. Such a diet is part of your nature. Hunting for you is not just getting food, but an art. You move gracefully, without a single sound, and, it would seem, suddenly attack. You especially like to hunt other snakes. It's not just food, it's a duel, a challenge. You intertwine with your opponent, attack with lightning speed, and the poison does its job. It's not for nothing that it's so powerful. 1 dose can kill a person in a matter of minutes, and if you're an adult cobra, even an elephant. But don't relax, there are still plenty of other predators around you that can eat you. For them you're still easy prey, just remember that shame. The first meeting with a mongoose is a moment that you'll remember for the rest of your life. You got into a fighting stance, confident that you'll scare off your opponent with 1 spike. And him? This impudent fellow not only wasn't scared, but began jumping around you, dodging each of your bites like Mike Tyson in his prime. And it doesn't matter that you're poisonous. His body can handle toxins. It was a shameful day, but you've learned your lesson. It's better not to mess with mongooses. Time passes, and you notice that your skin is becoming dull. It no longer sparkles like before. Your first molt begins. It's like your first visit to a spa, only without music and aroma lamps. You rub yourself against rocks, branches, anything that comes your way, and finally peel off the old skin. And there you stand naked and defenseless. By the way, King Cobras have 2 reproductive organs. Shedding happens regularly, especially when you are young and growing fast. By the way, King Cobras can grow up to 17 feet, which makes them the longest venomous snake on the planet. You are a real record holder. But this does not make you the most dangerous snake on the planet. There are snakes like the taipan from Australia or the black mamba from Africa. Their venom is more dangerous than yours. Having shed your old skin, you become more vulnerable to other predators. So you hide in the bushes again and hiss loudly, like a flat tire on a car. The years go by, and you become an adult. You have become much stronger and bigger. Now you are about 13 feet long, and your venom is so powerful that 1 dose is enough to kill 20 people. You are a King Cobra, and this is not just a name. You move with grace and confidence, Now even large predators like leopards and tigers try to give you a wide berth. They know that messing with you can be deadly. Your hunts turn into a real art. You track down your prey with such precision that you could give any assassin a run for his money. You are not just a hunter, you are a gourmet. Unlike many others, you love to feast on your relatives. Non-venomous snakes like grass snakes are often on your menu, but if you are lucky, you can also fight a poisonous opponent. A duel between snakes is a real thriller. The blows are lightning fast, the tension is off the charts, and the outcome can be fatal for both. You are a jungle superhero, although given your character, more of an anti-hero. Now you are strong enough to find a better territory, where there will be no mongooses and there will be a lot of prey. It's time to go. You are lucky because you can swim, and even a pond on your way is not an obstacle. You can also crawl on trees. Those who are afraid of you are very unlucky. There is no safe location for them. You can be everywhere. By the way, about prey, the larger the prey, the less often the hunt. You can walk around full for a month after a successful hunt. So you have found a good place for yourself. There is a lot of food, and you are the strongest here. But the life of an adult cobra is not only hunting and fights. Sometimes you just want to lie in the sun, stretched out on the grass. True, you have to rest carefully. Mongooses are still making plans for your hood, but not only mongooses are dangerous for the King Cobra, the main enemy is man. Your brother is forced to dance in a jug every day. Your sister was taken for a new snakeskin bag. Hey, amigos. Only your stupid neighbor Joe was lucky when meeting poachers, infuriating. Oh yeah, cobras can't be killed or caught in India by law. Now those poachers who tried to steal Joe face 3 years in prison. Time goes by, you grow, become taller, wiser, and more beautiful. And then spring comes, and certain instincts awaken in you. Let's say, certain instincts. The mating season begins. This is the time when you suddenly turn from a stern hunter into a romantic with jungle habits. How does the mating ritual go? It all starts with finding a partner. You crawl around your territory, smelling the scent that the females leave. And then, you find her. You are faced with the task of making an impression. Hey, amigos, and the competition, by the way, is high. Males arrange real duels. 2 male cobrans stand on their tails, intertwine, push each other like 2 sumo wrestlers. The battle takes place without biting. Usually the one who is bigger wins, especially if you imagine how a sports commentator would comment on it. So on the left is an impressive 14-foot male. On the right is a slimmer contender, but with excellent technique. Well, this will be a tense fight for love. Hence, if you manage to win, congratulations. But that's not all. If the female was already fertilized before you, then you can eat her. And so, after a long search, you once again achieve another female, and if she approves of you, then you spend some time together, sometimes even a few days, after which you proudly crawl away, leaving her to take care of the future generation. As a female, you in turn begin to build a nest for future offspring. Yes, female king cobras build nests for their eggs like birds. Nests are also built in certain places. It must be safe and high so that the water does not flood it. The gestation period lasts about a month. The number of eggs can be either 10 or several times more. After giving birth, the female carries the eggs for about 3 months. All this time she starves. As soon as the hatching time comes, the female immediately leaves the nest so as not to eat her own children due to severe hunger. Let's return to the life of a male. The years take their toll. You are already 20 years old. You notice that your strength is leaving you. The frog, which used to be easy prey, can now escape. You spend more time in the sun, warming your aging body. The mongooses you avoided in your youth now look at you as easy prey. But you are no longer worried. You know that your life's journey is coming to an end, but you have lived it with dignity. You remember your victories, hunts, mating duels, encounters with mongooses, in which you still managed to escape alive. And then, one warm day, you feel that your strength is finally leaving you. The King Cobra dies, but its spirit remains. Somewhere in the shadow of the trees, a new little cobra takes its first steps in this world. And maybe one day she will become even bigger, stronger, and more graceful than you. The cycle continues, or not.